1 Timothy 2:8. There's so much packed into that. Pray everywhere, lifting holy hands. That right there, when this was written, there was persecution against the church. So you're going to lift your physical hands and call them holy? Praying everywhere? No. Got to get the context. Praying everywhere without wrath? Well, the mind of man is wrath against God. Okay? It is not subject to the things of God, neither can be, because they are spiritually discerned. Okay, without wrath, without the wrath of man, without the natural knowledge of man of praying, that has to be speaking in tongues. You're not going to do it with wrath, the wrath of man's praying by your understanding. You're going to pray by the Spirit everywhere without wrath, without the wrath of man praying. So that has to be spiritual, has to be speaking in tongues. Lifting up holy hands, there's no holy hands available on the planet since Jesus Christ left. The only holy hands would be Jesus Christ. So, if you've got holy hands, it ain't your hands, it's the Christ's hands. And what actions does the Christ do? Okay? Speaking in tongues is spiritual prayer. It is nothing but spiritual when you speak in tongues. It's not by the wrath of your understanding, of you praying for what you want to pray for. It's praying by the Spirit. And doubting. Oh, if you don't know what you're saying, speaking in tongues, there's a time, every time you speak in tongues, to question and doubt the reality of the power and presence of speaking in tongues. So, holy hands, praying always, everywhere, is speaking in tongues. I tell you this in this context of my intensity because of the religious, man-made doctrines of shit that man says a bunch of other shit to denounce the importance of speaking in tongues, which Mark 16, verse 17, called Jesus Christ a liar. And John 14, 12, because he couldn't speak in tongues. Okay, so God bless you all. Learn how to speak in tongues because it's the most spiritual thing you'll be ever able to do in your lifetime. God bless. Either you believe the power or you don't. Have fun. Believing you hook up to the truth of God's word. The Way International doesn't mess around. It doesn't mess around with man-made devilish doctrines. So, you want to know the truth, you can have the truth. Because God says, whoever comes, you knock, God will answer. You seek, you will find. I told God, who's operating the book of Acts? Who's operating that power? Within a month. After my dad left Florida. Boom, right there. It might have even been a week after. Because as soon as Dad left, we put the room up for rent. And there he was. God taking care of my need to have the truth through the Way International. God bless you. Either you want it or you don't.